beautiful day. Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope you're doing well. And today I wanted to dive into some stuff that I think will help you in your financial journey. My goal is to see you rich, super wealthy, and also happy. I want you to have more than just, I don't want you to just be rich like the rappers. A lot of rappers are rich and unhappy. I want you to be rich like a Black person. I want you to be extra Black by having high quality life satisfaction, a lot of freedom, not be ashamed of your Blackness, not have to hide up under nobody, and still be able to get on top of the world and feel good about where you are financially. Financial security is one of the keys to mental health. If you've ever been broke or struggling or stressed out about money, then you'll know how that impacts your mental health. Now, also, I want to let everybody know, if you hang out to the end of the video, I got a stock that I am buying that I want to share with you that I hope will help you to make some money and put some money in your pocket. All right, so here's what I want to do. First off and foremost, let's do a quick audio check. Let me know you guys can hear me. Give me a quick yes if you can hear me. Good. Hello, Joanne Dixon, Monica McBride. A pivotal move, Max Law. I see you. Doc Mechanic, good to see you as well. Can y'all hear me okay? Am I coming through all right? Am I coming through? Just give me a quick yes. Let me know my audio is good and all that good stuff. And I promise you, I'm not going to keep you too long because my wife is waiting for me and we're going to have dinner together. In case you don't know, I'm married to the most beautiful Black woman ever. And so that's it's always awesome to spend time with her. And we got some food coming. So, you know what it is. All right. So anyway, all right. So Dr. Vibe, here's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I saw this video by a lady. Her name was Cody Sanchez. I think that's her name. Never heard of her before, but I like this video a lot. And I'm going to play this little clip. I put it on my Instagram. I have 2 Instagram accounts because for some reason they disappear. I had 700,000 followers and they were just gone one day. So now I have 2. One is Dr. Boyce Money. The other one is Dr. Boyce Finance. So this one's on Dr. Boyce Money. I'm going to play this clip for you guys. And I think there's a powerful lesson here. And I'm actually going to give you some financial academic research that backs up what's being said in this video. So here we go. I'm going to play this clip. Let me know. Give me a quick yes if you can hear it when I play it. And I'm going to play it and then I'm going to break it down for you in terms of helping you understand this stuff on a scientific level. So here we go.
It's a study where they looked at kids from similar economic backgrounds, aka how much money they made growing up and then how much money they went on to earn as adults. But there was one key difference. One study group was from a town where people made more money and they interacted with more people who made more money. The other was the opposite. What was the result? The group of kids that grew up in the neighborhood with more rich people had a 33% higher income by 35. That is wild. The socioeconomic status of your own family is not the #1 indicator of your future income. In fact, it's actually this thing called economic connectedness, which means how many rich people and poor people live by you, and thus you can become friends with. So if you want to make more money, watch who you surround yourself with, but also where you live. There was a study.
Did everybody hear that? Did everybody catch that? Let me know if you heard that. Did you all hear what she was saying? Did y'all catch that? It was kind of fast. I want to make sure that you guys are hearing what was said here. Let me know if you got that. She was talking about the concept she refers to as economic connectedness. There was another topic that was similar. My dissertation chairman, Andrew Caroli, who's now at Cornell University, he used to write about another similar effect called financial contagion. Financial contagion. So the same way you just went through a pandemic where you had something that was contagious and it affected more than just one person, or it also affected the people around you. And it was also directly connected to where you were, who you were with, what you were doing with those people. Well, the same thing is true economically. The same way that that a virus can be contagious, a financial virus can be contagious too. Right? The same way you can have a regular STD. I have something I wrote about in my book called Financial Lovemaking, where I talk about what I call financial STDs. Financial STDs to me are just basically these scenarios where your economic situation is impacted by the people around you. Do you get what I'm saying? So the first thing I'm going to just say based on this, and I'm going to dig into a little bit of research to kind of back up what Cody said here, is you probably want to assess all of your loser friends. You probably want to look at the types of people that you're hanging out with and whether or not that propels you or if that pulls you back. See, what you got to understand is that a lot of your success isn't just directly connected to what you do and how hard you work and how much time you put in. It's also connected to who your teammates are, who your partners are, who's in your environment. We're all affected by peer pressure. Your environment can either propel you toward the money, or it can push you away from the money. It can either move you forward, or it can move you backward. And some of us get into situations where we got family moving us backward. We got friends moving us backward. We got a partner that we chose to have a baby with that's moving us backwards. And then you wonder why you're not moving forward. Well, because that spiritual energy around you and everything else is a type of momentum. It's either going north or south for the most part. And so one of the challenges of being in a community where our culture is heavily manipulated, people use money to manipulate Black culture in a really toxic way. A lot of you were stuck in really toxic, difficult environments with people who are determined to be broke. Tell me if you know what I'm talking about. Give me a yes if you can relate to this. So ultimately, I would encourage you to be very conscious about what spaces that you're in. And I'm going to give you some more science behind this so you can really understand this effect. And I love that video. I said, oh, this is good. This is exactly right. This is when I was spending all those years at Syracuse doing research on financial psychology. That's what kept on coming up is it's how you think and your money mindset, and all this stuff is validated and confirmed. And the environment that you're in is huge in terms of shaping the outcomes that you have. That's why when we lost the Black family, that's why when Black families were destroyed by the war on drugs, by the Vietnam War, by mass incarceration, it killed trillions and trillions of dollars of Black wealth because you didn't even have a family you could build with. Building is hard. Building takes time. And it's hard to build a building if you don't have anybody else that even knows how to build, cares about building, or maybe they're destroying everything you build as soon as you build it. Or maybe a destroyer is attracted to you because you're a builder. Tell me if you know what I'm talking about. They're attracted to you because you're a builder so they can leech off of what you're building, right? You're a saver, so you get with a spender because spenders are attracted to savers, the same way a leech is attracted to a big sycamore tree that they can suck all the life out of the tree, right? So if you are a saver, if you are an investor, if you are a builder, you have to be really conscious about that and understand that you have something that other people are going to want. And so if you run around as a man and you're chasing every big butt with a smile, or you're a woman and some man can come along and sweep you off your feet, with nothing else going on for him except for maybe the fact that he's 6'1" and knows how to make you laugh. Well, then you're gonna have a really hard time building because everything's gonna be going backward. I still remember sitting when I wrote that book, Financial Lovemaking. I was sitting with a couple in the Bronx, and it was really sad. They'd been married for a long time, and the husband had these business dreams, and he would start all these businesses that just didn't really take off, didn't do very well. And his wife was a big saver. She was very conservative. She had a regular job, and she'd worked for years consistently to pay down the credit card balance on their credit card. And she paid it down to zero. And as soon as she got the balance down to zero, he took the card and maxed it out again on his next business idea. And I guess it would have been better if it worked out, but it didn't work out. The business ended up failing. He lost everything. And then the credit card, all of a sudden, the balance was all the way maxed out again. So she was in tears. I remember she was crying because she said, I spent years working to reduce this debt. And the minute I reduced it, it's like he saw that as an opportunity to go and take the same credit card and max it out again. Right. And this thing happens a lot. And you see men get drained as well. So this is not just a male or female thing. It's really about sort of being specific about who you're trying to build with and what spaces that you're in. And so I encourage you to really be thoughtful about that. Now, by the way, if you could do me a favor, please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. And I want to mention to you all that there is a Black-owned business that is helping to support what we're doing here, and that's demaka.store.com, DEMAKA store.com. And they have lots of holistic and natural products. If you go to the page, it says Black, Woke, and Spiritual Urban Apparel with a message. So if you go to this page, I hope that you all will go support this Black-owned business. Take a look at what they're doing. I don't know a lot about the company necessarily. I know that they wanted to support us. They have a lot of great apparel. I'm looking at their page now. So feel free if you actually want to support this. You don't have to buy anything. If you just go there to the page and just take a look and consider supporting this Black-owned business, I would appreciate it. And the URL is demakastore.com. And we got a lot of Black-owned businesses out here, so we got to support each other. All right, so we were talking about money mindset and the environment that you're in, and so Cody Sanchez set it off with this great video where she's talking about basically the environment that you're in and how that can affect you. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this video one more time. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you some academic research on this topic that'll help you understand how important it is to really be thoughtful and mindful of the environment that you're in. So here's the video. Hit that thumbs up button, by the way. And this is my Instagram, Dr. Boyce Finance. So I'm going to play this one more time because I want us to see this and think about this, especially for those who just came in. So here we go.
Where they looked at kids from similar economic backgrounds, aka how much money they made growing up and then how much money they went on to earn as adults. But there was one key difference. One study group was from a town where people made more money and they interacted with more people who made more money. The other was the opposite. What was the result? The group of kids that grew up in the neighborhood with more rich people had a 33% higher income by 35. That is wild. The socioeconomic status of your own family is not the number one indicator of your future income. In fact, it's actually this thing called economic connectedness, which means how many rich people and poor people live by you, and thus you can become friends with. So if you want to make more money, watch who you surround yourself with, but also where you live.
Okay, so she's referring to economic connectedness, and so what she's basically saying, and I'll just sort of summarize it before we get to the research on this, is that basically where you live matters, who you're around matters, who you spend time with matters. And that's a conflict for a lot of us as Black people, because a lot of us have survivor's guilt. Let me know if you've ever felt that way, where because you don't want to seem uppity and you want to keep it real and you want to, help other people, you end up sometimes attaching yourself and maintaining an attachment to people that don't necessarily have the same interest in growth that you have, right? And that's very painful to go through. You have a relationship and your partner doesn't want to grow, so you can't stay. You feel like you can't stay in that relationship. Or you got old friends that you grew up with and you come back and you see them, and now they make fun of you because you're a college boy or whatever it is, right? And that's really hard. I think that's really difficult. And what I found is that it's not so much a matter of cutting people off. It can just be a matter of kind of positioning people in your life, right? Your life, in my view, your life is like a corporation and you're the CEO. Okay. Your life is a corporation. You're the CEO, and everybody in your life has a position in the company, right? Some people get to be chairman of the board. Some people are going to work in the marketing department. Some people are executives. Some people are going to be in the mailroom, right? And what I found, and I have to do this myself because I have a strange life. I see the world in very unique ways. I can't share my dreams and my goals with everybody. Even some people very close to me, I can't tell them what my next big vision is because they may not get it. And then I end up being very frustrated trying to explain a big vision to a small-minded person, and it makes me start to doubt the vision. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I learned over time, and there are a lot of people who will tell you this, is that you really, if you ever want to be frustrated, go share your biggest dream with like the smallest minded person in your family. That's going to give you a damn ulcer. That's going to stress you out. That's going to raise your blood pressure. That's going to make you mad. You're going to be like, why don't you get it? It is possible. It is. You'll be in tears trying to explain to them. Don't do it. Don't tell them. Just show them. That's it. You got to pop out and show them. Just look. Okay, you know what? Yeah, you're right. It's impossible. I'm crazy, man. I don't know what I was telling. I was tripping. And then you just go do the damn thing. You do it. And then when you show them, they'll be like, oh, I didn't know it was possible. I told you it was possible, you dumbass. Right? So this is what it is, right? You can't. I think talking about your dreams does help make them real, but you can't really talk to everybody. It's very stressful. It's very frustrating, especially when you are really trying to grow and you're really trying to build something big, right? So ultimately, and it's one of these things where I would say it's like, almost like if they say, I think they say in the Bible, like, forgive them for they know not what they do. And that's kind of what it is. I think you have to just understand not everybody's as smart as you. Not everybody has the same vision as you. Not everybody's as ambitious as you. The fact that you're sitting here listening to me and I'm recording this on a Saturday night, that right there tells me that you ain't normal. You're not a regular person. You are special. You're different. You're unique. You're more ambitious. You got a higher standard. You set the bar at a different level from everybody else. I bet you 99% of your relatives ain't here right now listening to me. They don't want to sit and listen to a college professor on a Saturday night. There's so many more fun things to do than to be sitting and talking about wealth on a Saturday night. So you're different. Like Kendrick might say, they not like us. And I think it's okay that they're not like us, because if everybody was like us, it wouldn't be special to be us. I think we special. I think B1 people are very special. I really do believe that. I think we are the canaries in the mine. We are the leaders. We have the right ideas. We are the builders. We're fixing the community. We're building the families. We're conscious about the situation. We're growing. We're courageous. We're focused. We're getting it done, right? So everybody ain't going to get what we're doing. Everybody can't, just like in the military, everybody can't be a Navy SEAL. You are the talented 10th, in my opinion, not because of where you went to school, not because of how much money you have, but because of your attitude, your belief, the fact that you want to build, you want to grow. You're sick of this shit. Excuse my French. I know I am. I'm tired of it. I ain't trying to be. I am not your Negro. I am not Mr. Oppressed. I am not interested in coming last in the league every season. I am not interested in participating in a losing culture. I just won't do it. I won't do it. Right. So if that means I got to be a loner, then I'm going to be a loner until somebody comes along and follows me. Right. And that was my journey. So don't feel bad when other people are not getting it, and if you can't explain it to them in the first few sentences, then don't even talk to them about it. Typically, stuff like this requires you to connect to people who are already where you at. They have to already kind of understand. They have to already be there. If they're there, then it's easy. But if they're not there, then it's like, okay, you know what? I'll wait for you. I'll support you. I love you. That's it. That's it. I love you. I respect you. I appreciate you. I want to learn from you and your perspective, but that's not who I am. Right. So long story short, I like that video because it really just nails down that significant point. I see, I see things so much deeper than what's really being said on the surface. What's being said on the surface is who you hang with, where you grow up, where you live, impacts your wealth. But I want to go to the next level and help you understand why this happens, not just what happens, but why. All right. So let me move on. I'm going to give you some scientific research behind this, and don't let me forget to give you that stock I talked about. And one of you was asking about the convention, which is a great place to meet like-minded people. The All Black National Convention, that's something that we sponsor. The community pays for this. This does not come from Democratic money, Republican money, corporate money, none of that. We don't care about celebrities. I don't give a damn if white folks put you on TV. We literally gather over 60 experts in every area, from therapy to real estate to building strong families to crypto. Anything you want to learn, we've got you at the convention. It's going to be in Chicago, Illinois, October 25th through the 27th. And the URL, I'll put it on the screen and you can write it down. It's allblacknationalconvention.com. That's allblacknationalconvention.com. It's going to be lit. It always is. It's our 9th one. You're going to love it. I guarantee it. I already know it because everybody does. So anyway, so that's it. All right. Now someone asked me, have I spoken about Project 2025 yet? No, I don't talk about Project 2025 because I don't care. I think about Project 2070. What is Project 2070? Project 2070 is a project that we started in 2013, where literally I said that because, again, I know these things. My doctorate is in finance. I'm not just running my mouth. I said that if we consistently push wealth to our children and teach these principles to our kids, B1 people by the year 2070 can be the most economically advanced group of people on the planet. We can be past where every other community is. We could be past the Jewish community. We could be past the Asian community. We could be past white folks. I know that some of y'all think that's impossible because you think Black people naturally have to come in last place. If you think that way, then this isn't for you. I understand all the cutting edge techniques in finance. That's what I did. I dedicated my life to this stuff. I was the #1 finance student in undergrad at University of Kentucky. I got the Wall Street Journal gave me an award for that. I was the only African-American on the entire planet to get a PhD in finance in the year 2002. And then I spent another 20 something years digging into deep level academic research and teaching students of all backgrounds about finance. And every single day I talk about wealth. In fact, I have a free class, a free economic elevation class that I do every single morning for anybody that wants to learn. And it's 100% free. If you want to join the class, text the word morning to the number 87948, MORNING. Text morning to the number 87948, or you can go to b1moneytips.com, b1moneytips.com, or you can text the word morning to the number 87948. I'm not playing. I am not interested in being a loser. That's just not fun for me. That's not, I mean, why would you enjoy that? Why would you enjoy being a victim? Why would you enjoy being oppressed? Why do you enjoy spending more time talking about what you think they might do to you instead of talking about what you can do to the world? Stop playing defense all the damn times and let's start playing offense. I mean, is it okay? I mean, seriously, like really, when somebody's like, well, Project 2025 is coming, the Republicans are going to come get us and the Democrats, I don't care. I'm coming to get them. We fighting for our spot too. It's a competition, y'all. That's what it is. This is Powernomics talking. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. His books are at powernomics.com. Everybody should read them. I read them every day. But literally, stop worrying about what other people might do to you and think about what you can do to the world. If you are focused so much on what everybody else is going to do, then you're basically a spectator in your own life. Do you understand? I don't want you to be a spectator. I want you to be a player. Not only do I want you to be a player in the game and win the game, I want you to design the game. We can shape the game. We decide what game we're going to play, what that game's going to look like, not somebody else. So stop being scared, damn it. I can't do that. I can't do constant fear. Maybe, and I don't know. I mean, my daddy was a real man, and he would laugh at me if I was sitting around like, oh, what they gonna do? They's gonna come get us, ball. Man, please, whatever. Anyway, and to the nice white people in the room, I don't hate you. I just love myself, and I hope that that's okay with you. All right. So anyway, hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, share, subscribe. So yeah, that URL to the conventions, allblacknationalconvention.com. And also, I'll put my Instagram up there if you want to follow me at Dr. Boyce Money. It's right there. Now, let me give you some scientific research, and then I'm going to lay out a few stocks that I like, and hopefully that'll help us all make some money. All right, so here is what the research says. Basically, there are studies out there. One of them was done by some Harvard professors named a professor particularly named Raj Chetty. Raj Chetty and his colleagues, basically they found they were exploring the influence of growing up in a wealthy neighborhood on economic outcomes. The study, part of the Opportunity Insights Project, found that children who grow up in higher income areas are more likely to experience upward mobility and achieve higher incomes as adults. This is holding their income constant. The research emphasized the importance of what they call neighborhood effects, showing that the environment in which a child is raised, including exposure to wealthier peers, access to better schools, and community resources, plays a significant role in the future economic success. Also, you have things like social networks, role models, and economic opportunities that does make a difference, right? So all these things definitely matter. All these things make a difference. All these opportunities, these networks, the role models, having the guidance and stuff like that really goes a long way. Now, here are some key insights you can pick up from this study. Number one, children who grow up in wealthier neighborhoods are 20% more likely to earn higher incomes in adulthood, right? So some of you may not have grown up in a wealthy neighborhood, but if you're raising your kids in a neighborhood where everyone's economically mobile, then that's going to make a difference. Also, boys from low-income families who move to wealthier areas before the age of 13 see their future earnings rise by 31%. Isn't that interesting? That makes me think about A.G. Gaston. How many of y'all know? Give me a yes if you know about A.G. Gaston, who was this black multimillionaire, but way back in the 1940s. Anybody know about A.G. Gaston? Because y'all know about your kids know about Cardi B, so they should probably know about A.G. Gaston too. Let me know if you know who A.G. Gaston is. A.G. Gaston was a black man who had a whole lot of money way before integration. He was a person that knew exactly how to make money, and he knew how to make money at a very high level. And that ended up being something that made him into a force to be reckoned with in the Birmingham, Alabama community. Well, A.G. Gaston, if you look at his track record, what's interesting about A.G. is that he was on one economic track. He was on the what you might call the Negro track, right? You grow up, you wash clothes for white people or something, and next thing you know, you'll end up getting a nice little job and get just enough money to get by. And A.G. Gaston, actually, his mother actually worked for a Jewish family. And what happened, from what I understand, I don't know the whole story in detail, so forgive me if I get something wrong, but he basically learned from that family, like, no. Here's the best way to make money. Here's how you really make money. And that's when he started thinking like a business owner. They elevated his economic consciousness to show him where the money's at. And next thing you know, A.G. Gaston was making more money in a day than most rich people were making in a year, right? And it wasn't because he was working harder. It wasn't even because he got any smarter. It was just because he took a different approach. Do you understand? When you see the building from the top down, you're going to approach the building differently from the way you see it from the bottom up. Do you understand? And so ultimately, when you're talking about how you approach your economics, just understand that the environment that you're in shapes how you view money. It shapes how you acquire money. It shapes what you think about when you say, I need money, right? A lot of our families, when somebody said they needed money, somebody would say, oh, well, you got to go get a job. Well, they're hiring down at the post office. Great. Thank you for the opportunity. I get that. No problem with that. Hard work is a virtue. But there are other families where they say, oh, you need money? Great. Let's start a business. Let's invest $5,000. And now we're going to make $100,000 a year selling blank. right? So ultimately, your financial consciousness and your awareness goes a really long way. I would really dare to say it's interesting because when I decided to study finance, when I was a freshman in college, I just had a baby when I was 18. Nothing, it's scary to have a baby that young, but the good side of it is it caused me to really focus. And once I really started focusing, I really, really excelled academically because I was scared to death. And the reason I went into finance was because I was like, well, what is finance? They said, well, that's money. I said, I want to major in that because I said, if I learn money and study money, then somebody will pay me money to talk about money. And I was thinking solely about a job. That's what I was thinking. These are the best jobs. I get to make $80,000, $90,000 a year because it's the best job. And what I realize in hindsight now, because now I'm looking at everything from a different angle, I realized this was the best thing that ever could have happened to me because all I did was get exposed to all the different ways there are to make money. I was studying the billionaires and the millionaires. I was figuring out how people make money without working. It's quite fascinating. It's really fascinating. And if I could give a gift to your kids, I would love to be able to transfer what's in my brain to your child so they can at least see all the different pathways to be successful. The roads are pretty wide open if you're exposed to economics in a certain way. But if you're not exposed to that, then you can feel like the roads are shut. You can feel like the opportunities are limited. And I don't really think that's where we want our kids to be, right? So I would encourage you to, to really think about this and sort of step up and really make sure your kids get a good economic education. And also one thing, if this helps you, I have a training called How to Make Money Without Working. It really does work. It's really good. And you can text the word money to the number 87948. If you text money to 87948, you'll instantly get a link back. You can click it, you can watch it. And if you like it, then I think it's going to change your life. I guarantee it. I know it's going to change your life. We were talking about it just yesterday, and people were in there getting the Holy Ghost, literally, because at first people don't believe me and they're like, oh, well, this can't be true. And I'm like, yeah, if things are too good to be true, they probably are. But I have a doctorate in finance. You can go read my dissertation online. You can go find it. I went to Ohio State. And so I can't just make things up, right? So it has to do with stock options, stuff like that. That's a great way to make money. And it requires no work whatsoever, but it does require a capital base, which is why it's very important to be a saver, not just a spender. If you're a saver and you've been saving up some money, I think you're going to love it because it's a great way to make money from your stocks that you own. So anyway, feel free to text the word money to 87948. All right, so let me give you the stock that I like right now. Here is a stock that I write this down. Somebody put this in the chat. I'm going to say it 3 times so that everybody can get this stock. So I'm going to tell you why I like this stock. The company is Talos Energy. The ticker symbol is TALO. TALO. Now, Talos Energy I like this company because it's in an industry that I believe is going to have significant demand in the future. Right now, there is a lot happening in terms of all these data centers being built for AI, and I think that there's going to be an energy shortage in the future. And I think that investing in energy is a good way to go long term. There's no guarantee. Now, again, there's no guarantee on any stock. No one can predict what a stock is going to do exactly. But based on my research, Talos Energy is a stock that I believe, or that better yet, I'm adding it to my portfolio because I believe it's going to do well. The ticker symbol is TALO. TALO, TALO. So I said it 3 times. If somebody could type in the chat, that way if somebody misses it, they'll have it. And again, no guarantees. This is not investing advice. I do not give investing advice here ever. But if you are looking for something to invest in, feel free to take a look at that stock. Okay, guys. All right. So I'm going to get out of here. Dinner is ready. It's time to go eat. And so God bless you. And I hope you make all that bread. Again, if you want to join us at the All Black National Convention, it's going to be October 25th to the 27th in Chicago, Lombard, Illinois, which is a suburb. And so the URL for that is allblacknationalconvention.com. That's allblacknationalconvention.com. Feel free to join us. I think you're going to love it. We're going to have our stock options group is going to meet. It's called Prime. So we're going to gather for that. And a lot of other things are going to happen there. So I think you guys are going to love what you see. So have a good night, everybody. God bless you. Thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you all later. Take care. Peace.